So, have you guys watched Seinfeld?
Okay, no.
A wee bit,
What?
yes.
Not recently, not the last, 20 years.
It's on
I,
Netflix.
I've
Is it?
yeah, speaking yeah, because it's on Netflix, I've blasted through almost 6 seasons of it in this past week. Seinfeld's one of those shows where you can literally just throw it on and not think about it. But
It's a show about nothing.
yeah, it's a show about nothing. What did you do today? I got up, I went to work, and I came here. That's it. That's the show. Yeah,
With
no,
some
I have
random stand-up segments.
It's true.
yeah, he does random stand-up segments in it. Yeah, I've been using that as a as a thing when I'm like off, like actually because I've been playing a lot of Dissidia Opera Omnia this week, preparing for in like 5 hours when I get to blow my load and roll for Sarah's weapons.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa. So I've been using that to listen to just to have like white noise because I don't want to hear Dissidia Opera Omnia music all the time. So I've done that a lot. I have nothing but Seinfeld references going through my head. And as soon as I was talking to Evan earlier about it, he goes, "Yeah, somebody apparently like tweeted out some like Final Fantasy 14 Seinfeld meme." And then when I was scrolling through Twitter, it was literally Fusion, and it was Jerry at Kramer's door, and he goes, "What's going on in there?" And it's like, it didn't look like a 14 screenshot when like going in there. I think it was actually like the sign like something in Seinfeld or whatever. But it's a Kramer at his door, and he looks at Jerry, he goes, "It's the final days, Jerry." Because apparently there's are lines in Seinfeld itself. So
God. Oh no.
it's the final days, Jerry. So yeah, that's pretty funny. 14, I did play a little bit today. Me and Evan and a couple of his people in his FC. We went into P1 Savage today. I got almost 2 in Rage. And that one. So my group tomorrow, we actually start raiding tomorrow. I will have a good bit of cursory knowledge of that first fight, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Hey, that's good.
And Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I have been pillaging and ransacking England for you, Leek. It has been great.
Thank you.
They are paying for their crimes with my act. I was told you can get scythes in this game. You can dual wield scythes in this game. So that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Sickles or scythes?
Evan said scythes.
I have
So
a
I'm
funny
not-
feeling that's not correct and that they're just sickles that are covering up axes. That's just a guess on my part, though.
There's a possibility. I will have to ask him later.
Though the concept of someone running around with two full-sized scythes is hilarious to me.
Hey, I did that in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I got
so
free
sorry
day.
for
I got
the
free day
harassment.
scythe. I got free day scythe. And then like the magic for the scythe is, she pulls like an ethereal one out, and so you dual wield. So yeah.
Well, what's more fun than one scythe? But two.
2. Yeah. And it's actually the magic attack on that weapon is actually pretty broken because you do like a flurry of attacks with it, and it just looks really cool.
I mean,
So, yeah.
boy, Frida was totally fair and balanced.
I didn't have too much problem with that fight. It was pretty easy. Now, if I was going through that game like a fucking solo, like a normal solo player or whatever, then I
God
probably
damn,
would have
here I
had a
am thinking
problem.
you sat there and soloed all 3 versions. I was like,
Oh,
really?
no,
Did
no,
you
no,
find
no,
that
no, 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 no,
difficult
no.
at all? Not at
No.
all. No, no.
No, but I barely got hit. I barely got hit from Free Day anyway. So, her first phase is a normal Dark Souls fight. The second, like honestly, the second phase is like the bullshit phase because you fight her and her father.
I don't know. I find the 3rd phase harder than the 2nd phase, personally.
No, third phase is just the first phase with a little bit more mechanics.
Yeah, she's terrifyingly fast, and
Yeah,
I wasn't good at memorizing the patterns.
there are
she would punish my heels.
faster bosses. I will say
God,
there are faster bosses.
It didn't feel like it when I was fighting her. Let me tell you.
Honestly, they're kind of faster bosses in Code Vein since you've been a little playing that a little bit. There's a pretty fast boss in Code Vein if I recall correctly. But that's all I've been playing. That's all I've played. It's 14, Valhalla, and some Dissidia, along with Seinfeld.
Along with Seinfeld, that's wild to me.
What's the deal with airplane peanuts? That's a joke.
I'm
Mhm.
aware. That's the Jerry Seinfeld special. What's the
Yep.
deal? Oh boy.
What are you guys?
Anyway, my week was super simple. I ended up getting surprise work, so I didn't have a lot of time for, normal shenanigans. I pretty much dumped everything into 14, which was great. I mean, I'm still super enjoying the expansion. At this point, I'm just leveling. I can't be asked to do content right now. I do my normals. I don't have any intention of doing Savage this tier. Nothing about it stood out to me as a must do. It's not like Eden was, where I saw it and was like, yeah, god damn it, yeah. So this will just be the expansion. I at least this patch, I chill and just knock out classes.
They did announce that there is going to be a 6.08 patch for
Yeah,
more job balance.
balance changes,
Oh,
which
interesting.
is yeah, it is. It's very interesting, especially since people were expecting to see a lot of that in the 6.05 and didn't. And there
Yeah.
was much surprise. There was much surprise. But I imagine, as with everyone, that they've been very, very busy.
Hmm.
Lord knows they had to set back the release week. So, I mean, that in and of itself is explanation enough. Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Yep.
Have we spoken about 16 being delayed?
We did it last because it came out they it came out the episode that we did before the new year.
Correct. This is fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. That's all I did.
It's Leek's turn.
It's a me, Likio. Yeah, no, I've been actually really freaking busy either with work or getting back into streaming. Art stream. Yay!
Yeah. Leak streams.
Yeah, so I haven't actually really played games beyond golfing with friends.
I've never played that game, but everyone I know owns it.
It's a pretty fun little mini golf game with crazy levels.
And you lose friends over it.
I do. Fuck the Worms level. Fuck it so hard. I hate it so much. I love Worms the game, but the golfing with friends Worms level is fuck off.
Is it the same worms?
Yes, it is.
Oh. What?
They for some reason had a partnership deal. I don't know. Like there is a level just dedicated to worms, and there's like explosions. There's the holy hand grenade. There's the sheep bombs and stuff.
I don't know. This sounds pretty excellent. I do love me some worms.
Oh yeah, it does sound like it, but then you play it and it's hell.
It's another one of those games that if you play with friends, you're gonna
Hey, what are you doing this weekend, Aqua? No.
No, if we're gonna play anything like that, we're playing It Takes Two.
I regret making this joke now.
Ha ha,
Yeah.
got him.
Because that'll equally
That's
ruin
it.
our friendship too.
Yay.
This was a mistake. I see that now.
Is that about it though?
Yeah, honestly, that's all I really did because I was otherwise doing stream or work. So sorry.
Okay.
To be adults.
I know. Okay, I know. It kills me too.
One day she too will finish the MSQ. One day.
One day.
But today.
But that day is not this day.
Today.
The day is not this day. All right. We do not have a question from Little. So, we're going to roll straight into some things that have not happened within this week, but have been shown or whatever. But we'll start with Dalet's favorite thing.
I love it. AGDQ is back.
Yay.
Woo! Speed runs for a week solid, starting on the 9th and going until the 16th. Look forward to it. You can find the schedule in the doobly-doo because I don't actually have it offhand.
Oh, I was about to say you should link because I need to see if there's anything that I would actually watch.
Well, that'll be linked in the description because I have to link it to Aqua. But it's, I mean, if you've seen an AGDQ or an SGDQ before, you know what to expect. Games done quick.
Yeah.
And of course,
live on
Twitch.
How quick?
Sometimes very quick.
It's
for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No, just it is.
yeah, just it is. Yeah,
it is.
It is.
Save the.
It's also live right now.
Yes, it is
schedule.
A 24-hour stream going from the 9th to the 16th. No breaks. I mean, enjoy. It's on Twitch. They will be updating to their YouTubes. It's for a good cause. It's featuring some of your favorite games. If it's not featuring your favorite games, you'll find a favorite game to watch or a favorite streamer to watch play.
Dude, listen to this block of games. Final Fantasy 13, Nier Automata, Ratchet and Clank 2002, and then Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. All in a row.
Right now, they are playing Pumpkin Jack. And the next game is Hitman Codename 47. And they're going to do all missions on PC.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the 11th. That block
As always,
that's a long block.
I cannot tell you to support them enough.
It's 11th for me.
They always do such a good job, and it's always for a good cause. As previously said, this will benefit the Prevent Cancer Foundation. If you're not in time for AGDQ, look forward to SGDQ this summer, where it will likely be Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. And whenever you support them, you support a lot of people who need it.
Yeah.
Also, it's just really good. Awesome.
And because I hate Dalet, because he never gives me what I want, we'll go to his doom-pilled section here with Roblox.
Oh, are we just going to go directly into this?
Yes.
Hi, it's me again. Going from something really happy and great to something kind of not. So, in the past couple of weeks, you might have seen Roblox trending on various topics. The reason for this is because Roblox has been doing exceedingly well. To put in perspective of how well, supposedly its market value has shot through the roof, surpassing major companies like Nintendo and Activision. I believe the company is worth in the ballpark of $50 billion. I've seen numbers go as high as 70.
A
Lord
lot of money.
knows that is a lot of money.
It's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah. It is run by, what's the CEO's name? David. Goodness, I can't remember.
David McScumpants.
Well, to be fair, I can't speak too much to him. I don't know. I've never really heard about him as a person. David Bazuki is his name. But anyways, none of this is important to why it's trending. Bazuki might be, and its placement might be. But what is important is what Roblox is. If you're like me and didn't really know about this thing until a couple of months ago, Roblox is less of a game, more of a development platform. Where this gets kind of iffy is, according to the VP of Marketing, Tammy Bomick, it's a development platform for kids. Quote, from the beginning, it was about having kids develop games for kids. In and of itself, not a problem. Lord knows we all grew up with Newgrounds, right?
Yep.
An RPG Maker.
An RPG Maker, which is still a thing, yeah. Where this becomes an issue, aside from just child labor in general being a really difficult catwalk to manage, is that this company just got very profitable off the backs of children, and people are starting to wonder if that's okay. And really, if the kids are doing work, what are they getting in return? And it turns out, not much.
Jack shit.
Looking into it, no matter how much they put forth, Roblox Corporation takes 75.5% of whatever profits come from it. Remember when we thought Steam was bad at 30%? And how we were all praising Epic for taking it, its minuscule 12? Yeah, imagine only getting 24.5% of what you put out there. Moreover, other shortcomings come in the form of how the payouts happen. These kids have to make a game that makes at least $1,000 using in-game transactions, of which they will only get $350, and only if they're paying a premium subscription so that they're allowed to take it out. Otherwise, they just get Robux from in-game currency that they can expect to blow on in-game costuming, assets, and advertisements, which is fine, but forcing $1,000 out of someone before they can collect is very strange. Going forward, there are other allegations of poor practices in the workplace, no protection for the would-be employees, and overall no oversight or regulation on behalf of Roblox. If you would like a more in-depth video on this, I highly suggest you look at the People Make Games. I believe that's a company. I will double check on that.
Yeah, that's a YouTube channel.
It was People Make Games. People Make
Yeah.
Games video on this, which is how I found it several months ago. They have 2 videos out on it, both with eye-opening revelations about what's actually going on in there. Both videos have first-person accounts from developers, and most of those developers look like they're not over the age of 15. And before anyone gets on my case, I'm going to say it again. The purpose of Roblox was to focus on children. These are not adults working in a development situation that, would then make games for kids. No, these are kids making them. 50% of the Roblox user base are 13 years of age or older, which means about 50% of the user base is below the age of 13. So,
This
lots
also
of
doesn't
looking into this.
This also doesn't account for there are you cannot be a kid and still develop for Roblox as well. And Because I think in that People Make Games video, they also were talking about how, like, you can end up working for a kid, like that kid could also end up being like your boss.
Yes, exactly.
In a type of way.
Roblox does not make games. Roblox is a development platform for kids to make games. That means you could be working with someone 12 or younger, maybe 13 to 16. That seems to be the hotspot numbers. You'd be working under someone like that. And really there's no accountability. Roblox does not moderate that. It mostly happens in Discord servers where they are very hands off. So
I see.
it's it's not that someone 12 or young, it's just a startling lack of oversight, and it seemingly opens the doors for the potential for them to have been shortchanging these kids the whole time. As more information comes out, we will let you know.
Yeah, and like it's annoying on 2 points. Like one, people just assume go, oh well, $100 is like a fortune for children. Doesn't matter. You're teaching them that being exploited is just the norm. Like no,
Correct.
that's no good. It's silly. And just because like they're children, they might think, oh, they might not complain about it. Like
Therein lies the problem.
Um,
Yeah, there's a potential that these children are being knowingly exploited to make this multi-billion-dollar company billions of dollars,
Roblox
and
even
then nothing.
has like an in-game stock market thing as well, which also teaches kids a certain type of gambling, because that's what the stock market is. It's pretty much gambling, but for more rich people.
Yeah, when you get deep into it, there's also, and this is unofficial. This is not something that Roblox has any say in, though they should be able to moderate it. I think there's also a black market where kids can just go ahead and toss their Robux around willy nilly and potentially get scammed out of all of that hard earned currency, whether it be in game or what they've been able to drag out. And dragging out any amount of money comes with its own hoops. I highly suggest, if you want to know more, to go look at the interviews done by People Make Games. It was excellent, and it'll do
Yeah.
much better than what we could do in this short podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just me working in a public setting where we sell Roblox card. All right. Every day there are mothers and fathers coming in and kids coming in buying these Roblox cards, and I'm sitting here like now I'm gonna be sitting here like thinking, because like I mean I knew shit about Roblox. I thought Roblox was just a game for pretty much that made for kids to play pretty much.
Yeah, this
I didn't know there was
entirely.
a building I didn't know there was some actual making a video game aspect inside of it. I didn't know what it was.
I might have heard its name once or twice over the years, but it just missed me completely. I never paid any amount of mind until a couple months ago.
yeah, it's like a sandbox, like metaversey type thing, only because of the like you can literally do anything in it.
I got that word again, metaverse. Oh, things are about
You're gonna have to get used to that word.
I mean, it's even to the point where the company that the Roblox company, they as in that People Make Games video, they explain that, they don't have much moderation with their with and pretty much anybody in that game.
Roblox Corporation takes a hands-off approach.
That is like alarming to me. This is a platform where you have made for children and you're admitting to not really moderating it. That is awful. And they're not on top of that. You're saying, no, we're taking a hands-off thing, i.e., we don't want responsibility if something goes wrong.
Which is very possible because, again, made for kids, but not restricted to kids.
Yeah. And then you said, like, there's like off-platform places
plenty of
where
off-platform
kids,
stuff. And
so,
to the point that the official forms were apparently turned down because, and I won't quote, as I recall, Roblox was unable to present a safe and inviting atmosphere for all users. So they're aware
Yeah.
of their own shortcomings.
They don't moderate anything that happens within Discord. So if any,
Yeah, and a
stone
lot of the
or
business happens off of Roblox sites.
yeah,
So they refuse to enforce any amount of oversight at all.
This is frustrating because we are at a time in technology and stuff like that where kids will come in contact from a very early age, and you want them to learn about it, and you want them to actually be able to create and use and program and develop, because that's their future, you know. And it's frustrating because parents will be very wary and might stop them because of this shenanigans.
Well, the real worry, at least for me, is quite the opposite. Is that parents will see this as a good opportunity because it is, in theory, an opportunity for these kids to learn a valuable skill set. Perhaps the code won't transfer over one to one, but the team working will and the concept staging will. So all good things. But if the parents think this is just a safe, kid-friendly website, they
This is my
also,
point. This is
yeah,
my point. This is
they
my
will
point.
also check out.
Yeah, no, this is my point. You just need one terrible news, and then that will be it. Like what I want there to be this kind of thing for children to learn this type of development and programming and so
Mhm,
on.
mhm.
But just one terrible incident or bad news, and this will be like, where do they go? Where do these kids go next?
Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
yeah, it needs to be it needs to be restricted to kids, and it needs to be a lot heavier moderate.
I don't know that it needs to be restricted to kids because having folks retire,
My
like, just
mentors are good.
exactly, having
Yeah.
older folks come in who know what they're doing and can offer like sage guidance would be great. I just want it done under supervision. I want the kids to
Well,
be
yeah,
in a position like this is a bit
you
of
could
pearl
you could
clutching,
have
but
that as a job at Roblox.
yes, 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 yes.
And that way it's the ownership is on Roblox to do that. I don't like
So
Yeah.
that's also fair,
I
but
don't think somebody
that's
should be
not
able
going
to
to
like come in
happen.
and do it.
No, that's never going to happen because at the end of the day, Roblox is a business, and if someone with industry like savvy and veteranship comes in and says, "I would like to make a game," they're not going to turn them away. That'd be silly. Like it just they need to have checks and balances in so that they can. Maybe these kids are learning from veterans, but like logs need to be had.
Yeah. And they need
Also,
to
Definitely.
add in something where cuz even now 14 is doing stuff like, they can punish you for stuff that you do outside of 14. All right? They need to do that as well because obviously
it's
not
all
people
terms of service. They
yeah,
should, within
they need
reason, be
more
able to put down anything that they would like. Again, within reason, and you would have to abide by that.
yeah.
Like that may seem a bit tyrannical, but those things are usually in place for safety purposes, and it needs to be
Mhm.
the case with this.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm. Agree.
But yeah, that's kind of gloomy stuff today. Hopefully, we don't hear too much more on that in a negative sense, and we start hearing a lot of good things, lots of changes for the better. As information comes in, we'll let you know.
Yeah. Next up on our chopping block, is so to ring in 2022 this year. The Pope had a nice little showing or whatever, where a circus came in and played Megalovania for him.
It didn't seem real.
It's just
Yeah,
so
I
fucking hilarious.
was listening to it, and I know he's been given a copy of Undertale, so I was thinking like he must be sitting there. He's either forgotten about the game and he's like sitting there going, wondering what this tune is from, or he's getting reminded he needs to finish it.
Can you imagine? Imagine the Pope just in there going, "Ah, I just haven't had the time." I just haven't had the time to finish what I was doing. After this, I will go back and I will take out the Sketa boys. Sans, you're next. This is a genocide run. This is the crusade.
Could you imagine if the Pope did a genocide run?
Truly, none of you are forgiven.
I can't believe he was given a copy of Undertale. I can't believe he's got a computer that will that he can. I can't believe he's got a piece of machinery that he could sit down and play Undertale.
Playing Undertale. It was just a good faith. It was a good faith gift by the dev, whose name I forget, and it's a good faith reception by the Pope, who wants to be seen as progressive and kind, and he's been doing a very good job of it.
Dude, imagine
Until
if he did
recent
play
statement,
Undertale.
but we won't go into that.
Yeah.
Did I miss something recently? Oh no, he was seeming so progressive. Oh well.
He said a few things. We'll say later, or after. Yeah, but that was just funny. I was like, maybe they're not actually playing Megalovania, and then I heard the first fucking few tunes, and I was like, oh my god, they're actually playing I'm not going to be able to escape Megalovania. It's like the music of this decade.
My only disappointment was when you showed me that video. My thought process was like, was this the organist thinking he was funny, or? But
as
no.
soon as that trumpet kicked in, it's like etc. Right, and then it's zoomed into the Pope's face, and he's like got that half smile, like what's his from type of thing, looking at the bloody guy spinning plates on his knees or something.
She's not even wrong. He was like juggling with his feet, with her
something
feet
like that. Yeah.
It was. Oh boy.
It was so
I literally
surreal.
couldn't believe it was real.
I loved it, honestly. I thought
internet. This was your moment of zen.
this was a win for the internet, honestly. And lastly, because it's January, nothing really happens in January. Hell, even on YouTube, it's this is like the month creators make the least amount of money because ad revenue in the shitter on January. We have the weekly global top sellers for Steam, which is a very, very enlightening list to look at. Which is also kind of weird to look at too, because there are two things on this list that I would not expect to be on this list, actually. Just considering other places you could get them, and for a veritable lower amount of money. But Static in the first two places, which have been there for actually quite a while. Ready or Not, which I do not know what this game is actually about. But it looks like it's a first-person shooter, so
it's a first-person shooter. You are absolutely correct.
It looks like a first-person shooter.
I've seen one person mention it while they were streaming this. I have no idea. It is first person.
Yeah, it dropped mid-December.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a SWAT-based shooter.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird that it hits number one.
Yeah, there's a few like pre-release sales. You mentioned Monster Hunter and Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
And then Project Zomboid tickled me, and because it's very much like Among Us, it came back from like being released like years and years ago. This game originally released 2011, like pre-alpha release. It was in June 2011. But like it technically isn't out officially yet. It's still early access. Or something like that anyway. But yeah, it got a huge overhaul with this game system and stuff. It's essentially you will die. You will die. It is inevitable, but how long can you survive this zombie horde and and just survive other people as well? And it's been loads of streamers have been playing it on Twitch and elsewhere, probably YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm. It Takes Two is up on there, which is not surprising because one game of the year, and it's a really good game. and I'm still looking for somebody to play it with. Because Dalit is not being a nice guy. Doesn't want to play it with
You're
me.
up, Vegeta. Come on now.
I would love for little Vegeta to play with Aqua.
No,
Please.
Vegeta works like all day, every day.
All right, how about you get Ramza?
See,
Oh, I'd love that.
That's also funny, but Ramza's too rich and off doing Wall Street things to
Ramza, if you're listening.
Monster Hunter Rise comes out this week, so it's not surprising they're up on this list. They'll probably actually shoot up to number 1 Wednesday when the
I suspect they'll overtake the other two. Yeah,
when the game actually comes out. Valve Index VR kit. That's not surprising. People are getting into VR a lot more lately. And the more VR comes out, the more this is going to go up. So
more power to you all. I can't afford VR right now.
Yeah, me either.
But it seems real neat, but it also seems real expensive. So.
You can play VR chat on Steam with the controller and desktop. So I'm going to actually explore that soon because I've been curious, and I have a PC that can run it now. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford an actual headset or anything anytime soon. Probably not this year.
I went into VR chat once or twice, just through the desktop. It's all right. I mean, you don't really have control of your hands, so you can still pick up stuff
without special gloves.
Yeah, you can still pick up stuff or whatever, but you can't move your arm. So.
I'm just gonna make a ball. I'm gonna make a bull robot.
Yes, robot.
Maybe the one from Gundam. You know, Uso's character had a bull robot from Gundam.
Next, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. To all you Markiplier fans out there, I guess.
I mean, that game has actually just been really popular. I have seen a lot of glowing reviews about the game. I've also seen a lot of really creepy Freddy takes. I realized apparently Fab Freddy or whatever his name is like super cheery and like rooting for you and everything. But some of y'all
need Jesus.
Come on,
some of y'all need Jesus.
Come on now. But I'm happy you're enjoying it.
Elden Ring's on this list. I'm surprised people are. Well, I'm surprised that it's on the list right now because it doesn't come out for another month. So
they're eager.
People they've been eager for how long? Now they have the ability to even just pre-order. Ooh, they can taste it.
I'll be getting this on PS5, no PC for me, because I'm just stroking my PS5 over here because it's my baby.
Hey, whoa! We're casting right now, sir.
People are getting back into Rust, eh?
Yeah,
these games go through cycles.
Yeah,
I expect like games like Rust and Ark and games like that to just every so often people jump back into. It's like when Minecraft will never die.
For Rust, it's normally if a popular streamer decides to hop back into Rust for a little bit, it brings other people back into Rust. These games will never die.
Company. Yeah, great for that company because whenever that happens, someone new is introduced to that game. So,
yeah. Now these last two are the two that I'm surprised they are even on the list at all. All right.
Oh, that makes sense in hindsight. Fair.
Because they are both Xbox games, and they are both on Game Pass. And if you're playing it on a computer, you may as well just shill out the $10 for Game Pass so you don't have to pay for these games at all.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, all I'm saying is, as of last week, I got Game Pass. I'm paying $1 for 3 months, and then $10 for every month after.
So I understand, like, obviously they're dropping from what their original place was, because they weren't at 9 and 10 last week. But it's just like Sea of Thieves itself is just surprising that people are buying it on Steam because this game's actually still pretty old, and they're updating it, and it's a fun game, but you can again just shill out like less money and buy it and play it on Game Pass, and it runs perfectly well. And yeah, I'm just surprised people are shilling out the $30 to $60 for both of these games.
Well, it's not as if the games aren't worth it. Sea
Oh,
of
no.
Thieves, after it got a bunch of content into it, felt like a pretty good game, and Forza 5 is so good. It sounds so good. It looks so good, and it's the fun Forza game. So it's actually a good time.
Yeah.
Still cruising around Mexico. I love the off-road stuff. I don't even want to do the street racing. But I'm gonna.
But I'm gonna.
But I'm gonna.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just surprised that they're even on. I expect them to not be on.
Where's Genshin Impact?
Can't get it on Steam. Where's
Soon,
Honkai Impact?
wait.
You can get Honkai Impact on Steam.
Yeah, I don't though.
Like I expect Rise to be the number one position next week. I expect Elden Ring probably to go up one because people are still gonna buy it. I don't expect Forza or Sea of Thieves to be on there next week. Everything else will probably stay up on there. Well, now what will be added when Forza and Sea of Thieves gets knocked out? Who knows?
Dun dun dun.
Probably a hentai game because those comes out like every other day.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it surely wasn't that.
Honestly, this is a pretty boring week. This is going to be a very short episode. I hope you guys liked that intro at the beginning. Thank you to Husky.
Should we talk
by the
about that
Geek.
bit? Yeah.
We should talk about that.
Let's talk about it now. Let's do. Now.
Yeah.
So, super huge surprise. I was going to say it at the beginning, but we have an intro. Yay. So I contacted good boy Husky in the 14 community. He does a lot of rock and metal covers of pretty much any song that he likes, and had him do a intro and an ending for our podcast. The ending won't be up on here because I haven't gotten the final draft of the ending yet. It's only just the demo, but I had the intros done and completed, and I've already paid for it and everything. So I've made a little thing at the beginning that you guys got to see. Yeah, it's really good. He said he took inspiration from Contra, Mega Man, and F-Zero. Very good for these. Really enjoy it.
Absolutely pleased. It sounds fantastic.
So good.
We are very, very grateful. Thank you so much.
Somehow it felt immediately nostalgic and warm, and we loved it.
Yeah. So from here on out in the description, I will be linking Husky's YouTube and Twitter. So if you ever need to
go support that boy.
Go support that boy. Because he's a really good boy. And yeah, like I said, I love it. I've listened to the opening and the ending pretty much since I've gotten them all week because because I've had to due to editing that intro. But two, they're really good bangers.
Husky by the Geek is the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
it will
Husky
be
by
linked,
the
as he
Geek
said.
YouTube channel, and that's the Twitter as well. There from here on out, they will always be in the description. Because yeah, support the boy.
Oh yeah.
That was a surprise that I had from last week that I didn't want to talk about just yet until. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
I can air guitar in the intro and air guitar in the outro. It's great.
Yeah.
Air guitaring right now.
Okay. So next week we got a special episode next week. I have contacted the boys, and we will we'll be having another Monster Hunter Rise episode. Only this time we'll be talking about the amazing PC version that'll be out. That comes out on Wednesday. Yeah.
That same fresh Monster Hunter that you love, but now in 4K, high quality, so good you can taste it. What?
So good you can taste it. Okay, so Leak, have you seen?
So yummy.
Have you seen the launch trailer for it? For the PC version, Leak?
Not yet. Not yet.
You should watch it because
I will watch it.
They've shown some nice options that you have.
Let's just say they looked at Ghost of Tsushima and said, "We can do that."
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But I already know that I'll be playing in a certain cover of that game because it looks very vibrant and amazing. So, can't wait. But that's this week. Coming out Wednesday. I work Wednesday, so unfortunately I don't get to dive head first when it first comes out. But Wednesday night, I will be raiding for an hour, and then I'll be going into Monster Hunter Rise.
And if you want to try before you buy, there is a demo on Steam as well.
Yes, demo shows how well it. Oh man, that game at above 60 frames, so good. I feel bad for people that have to play on the Switch because oh my god, it's so good. And Capcom was smart. They did the smart thing. You get to pick your button input. All right?
Sorry?
So you know how when people when companies port games to PC or whatever, they're like, "Oh, people are playing on PC, so they're obviously using an Xbox controller."
Oh, I see. Yeah, God bless. Every time that it ships with Sony or Nintendo or any other one that I'm more familiar with, I'm so pleased.
But you get to pick Xbox, you get to pick PlayStation, and you get to pick Nintendo Switch controller inputs. So if you've got a pro controller that you like using or whatever, you get to see.
God bless. Every time that it ships with Sony or Nintendo or any other one that I'm more familiar.
Yeah. Can't wait. Now I get to actually go ham in this game until Elden Ring comes out. Or actually, which comes first? Elden Ring or Horizon? They both come out with they come out within a week of each other, which is the unfortunate thing. Horizon Forbidden. Either way, that's what we'll be doing this week is playing Monster Hunter Rise and some 14 because I have at least 2 hours of that game that I actually have to play. And more Assassin's Creed Valhalla on my end because that game's actually pretty fun. I will say it. It is pretty fun. And I have that brain disease where I have to complete everything in the area that I'm in before I go on to the next area.
Mm-hmm.
So would it be that game actually has DLC coming out in March?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Valhalla has DLC coming out in March.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, it's Dawn of Ragnarok. You apparently get access to the gods,
Kratos?
the gods' abilities. You apparently get access to the gods' abilities. So I might be able to get to wield the power of Odin and Thor.
Gungnir, Mjolnir, Heimdall sight.
Well, you have Odin's sight already.
Oh no, fair enough. Never mind.
Yep.
Maybe you too will die by mistletoe.
February 18th is when Horizon Forbidden West comes out. By the way, so Yeah, it comes out like literally right before Elden Ring, unfortunately. Next month's going to be busy. But what are you guys doing next week or this week?
You know.
Is it playing 14?
I'll try.
One day, Leek will go through that MSQ and understand mine and Dalet's pain.
I can't wait for 6.1 so I can go through it again. I genuinely haven't cared to use that function. I threatened Heaven's Word a couple of times, but I haven't pulled the trigger. I'm gonna go through this MSQ again so fast.
Yeah.
I'm working a lot of this week, so I probably will stick to 14. There will be Forza happening because it's just a good. I don't really want to do anything. I want to look at pretty images game.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my two go-tos.
No, your number one go-to is Rise.
And yes, I will be purchasing Rise to play that. Maybe not the day it drops, but this week at some point, yes.
We all must play Rise. Rise! Yeah. So, while Leek attempts to play 14, that is what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have the boys on next week, so look forward to that. And remember, if you make it this far, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. I got really sad because I was like, yeah, we need to get up to 200, and immediately dropped 2 subs. So I got really sad.
How dare you ask for nice things, Aka? How dare you?
How dare I? But yeah, we will see you guys next week.
Love your faces. Be good now.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely true.